I don't even know where to start at. Um, 2 more days left until I reach a new decade. And it's just amazing that so much has happened in my life. And I'm grateful that I'm not a closed-minded person. Like I talked about how my mom death has opened up the door for me to start researching and start getting to know who I am. And that was the best thing that I could have done for myself. I learned a lot about who Amanda Barton is. And I had to begin loving myself. I had to start taking care of me. And started eating healthy. Um, started performing rituals in the morning before I leave out to go to work. You know, giving my saying daily affirmations to myself. Reading my oracle decks because I use those as reminders or guidance. And I don't even know where to begin. It's just so much has happened. For one, my mom's died. I got out of a messed up marriage. I left a job of 10 years that didn't value my worth. Those were major changes that I had to make. And when I began to do that, the doors were open for so much more. When my salary increased like by $10,000, my salary increased. I'm in a more professional environment. I'm learning so much more about early childhood education. Oh my gosh, like my children are doing well. It's been such an experience. I might get emotional. And I won't get emotional because to think about when I first moved to Philly, I came out here on maternity leave with approximately $80 in my pocket with 4 children. Um, Single parent. And we came out here by bus for exactly my last $80. I left the apartment. I was on maternity leave. So I still had a job, but I had just had a baby. And I came out here, got on welfare for about 2 months, wound up finding me a job that I took a big pay cut because in New York I was making more for the company that I work in. I wound up working at a private daycare making way less. We was living in an efficiency apartment. But because of determination and the type of woman I was, I started rising. This is even before way before I learned about spirituality. You know, I got back on my feet. I had some setbacks with my son and the things that I had to deal with my son. And I got home back on track, and it all started when my mom passed away. And it was chain reaction. My mom passed away. Then I found out that my husband was cheating on me and got his side chick pregnant. Then I was at a job for 10 years who didn't even value my worth. So all those three things was the beginning of something greater. My mom's death was the reason why I dropped religion and became more spiritual. And when I became spiritual, I began learning who I was. I began to learn that the shit that I was taught was stupid, didn't make no sense. And why was I living by those rules and regulations? Then I left a job of 10 years and stepped out of that environment after 10 years of being not valued as an employee and all I had to offer, and wound up landing a job that was paying me $5 more than that job was paying. Worked at this agency for exactly 1 year. And then the company wound up hiring me that I was subbing at and making $10,000 more than I was making before. And I had to look like I did it. I did all that through determination and being inspired, and knew that I had to make my life better. I had to do it. Couldn't depend on no man, depend on God outside of me. I did what I needed to do to make my life better for me. I had to look in the mirror and do a self-reflection of why I chose that man to marry when I knew he was no good for me. Why did I stay in the job for 10 years? Because I was afraid of starting over. All these things was holding me back. Religion was holding me back. And that's related to the marriage. That was holding me back. But when I started letting all those things go and start focusing on me and who I am, and that I create my own reality, was when my life got better. I started raising my vibration, started attracting better people in my life, including men that I'm meeting. Like, everything has changed, all because I decided to use that third eye. Because a lot of people are closed minded, especially when it comes to religion. So people are depending on God to make their life better. And that's what my mom was doing. But she died in a lot of emotional pain. And when I looked at her and said how she walked around with that Bible, paying her tithes and offering, but she was still hurting inside because she was dependent on Jesus Christ to save her. And this is no disrespect to anyone. And I said I would not do that to myself. And no, I was no Christian at the time. I was Muslim. But even being Muslim, there were behaviors that I became accustomed to even after I left the religion of Islam. I still was carrying around them same ideas and belief that I was taught. But when I begin to work on spirituality and know that I create my own reality, that happiness comes from within, that your love comes from within. Stop depending on other people to love you. Stop depending on a man to love you. Stop loving a man more than you love yourself. Start valuing yourself. That's when I begin to attract better things in my life. A better job, a professional environment. I'm meeting men that work, men that take care of their kids, men that got their own businesses. Like, it's just, I'm gonna get emotional. I'm so damn grateful for the changes that I made because I had an open mind and I was stop being afraid of stepping out of my comfort zone and stepping into the unknown. And when I did that, I started manifesting so much more. Yeah, I'm gonna still come across problems because it's through trials and tribulations that you learn life experiences that you're supposed to learn. Some of us don't learn a damn thing, and that's why we still unhappy. But I'm sitting here getting emotional, like I'm about to be into the year, a new decade, age 50. I'm healthy. My mental health is on point. My physical health is on point. I made changes to my eating habit. I'm taking much better care of Amanda Barton. And I'm attracting better people, better things, better situation into my life because of a positive mindset. They say what you think is what you create. So if you're a negative person, you're going to keep on bringing negative situations into your life. But when you start raising your vibrations, being positive, maintaining positive thoughts, you attract better things in your life that's going to be positive. I look forward. I never really been so excited over a birthday, but I am so grateful that I'm about to hit the big 50. And it's a beautiful feeling because I'm entering this new decade as a mature woman. I can call myself a woman now. A mature woman who knows that loving herself is important, who knows that valuing her work is important, who knows that she ain't got to accept shit that ain't gonna benefit her soul. Why would I want to be with a man who doesn't respect me? Why would I want to stay married to a man who can't keep his penis in his pants? Why would I want to stay married to a man who can disrespect his own daughter? Why would I stay in a job that won't pay me what I'm worth? Why? Why? When you say you love yourself, you don't accept that bullshit. When you say you love yourself, you won't accept nothing less than you deserve. You would rather go without when you love yourself, because you know you deserve your best. When you love yourself, you treat yourself good. You take care of your mind, your body, and your soul. And I'm just so freaking grateful and excited to be turning 50. And got a date on my birthday. I'm going out for my birthday. We having a big celebration next week because my daughter about to enter a new milestone because she's about to be 13. My daughter bought a house. Like, my son is an entrepreneur, got his own business going. Like, everything we have manifest because we are open-minded family. And yes, you're going to always go through problems because this is a fucked up world. But you have to learn how to not react to everything you go through. You have to learn to analyze that situation and find a solution to it without getting bent up out of shape without allowing it to get the best of you. I'm into candles, I'm into oracle cards, I'm into stones and crystals, incense. Those are my divine tools, my pendulum, my divine tool. And I get up every morning, I light my sage or the other stick that I light to cleanse my aura of energy, negative energy, cleanse my environment or any negative energy, read some daily affirmations, seek guidance from my angels and my spirit guardian and divine. That is what helped me to become who I am. I was doing a whole bunch of videos on adultery. I talked about the situation I've been through. I'm not even entertaining that shit no more, so I know I'm healed. The only thing left for me to do is get this divorce, and I'm already, working on that. And so everything is just falling in place because I'm making it happen. I give myself the props. I don't give nothing outside of me for the things that got better in my life because it was me who done it. No one done it for me. I've done it. So peace and blessings and a whole lot of love. I hope that my story, my situation inspires someone to make the necessary changes in their life to become a better them, authentic, your true self. Not who religion say you should be, not who your mama say you should be, not who your children say you should be, not who your family say you should be, who you want to be, who you think you should be. Peace, blessings, and a whole lot of love.